Hello everyone. Welcome back. Pull up a chair. Tonight, no scripts. No talking points. Just history. Current events. And an open conversation.
July is drawing near. Old ideas still ringing clear. From battlefields to modern streets, history and headlines meet. Around the table voices rise, looking past the headlines' lies. Questions asked without a plan, just for friends who understand every answer. Start to debate every question. Opens another gate. Welcome to the Praetorian, where every story starts a flame. History speaks through every generation, but the questions stay the same. From yesterday into tomorrow, across the oceans and the sky, no easy answers, only conversations. Tonight we are.
Build a different road, trying to ease a nation's load. Some still say it saved the day, others walked another way. Empires borrow,
Nations spend,
arguments that never end.
old decisions
Cast long shades,
still debated.
still replayed. Economics,
Politics,
history,
they never separate.
every generation.
Must decide which lessons
Still matter.
markets move, factories fade, jobs are lost, new ones made across the sea, across the land. When Rome went home, there's the plan. Every generation, faces change, nothing ever stays the Welcome to the Praetorian, where every voice can take the floor. History never really leaves us. It's standing at the door. From old revolutions to tomorrow's news, the conversation never ends. It's up to us to choose. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next broadcast.
Is inauthentic. They would have to base it, compare it against some original content.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And that original content presumably belongs to somebody.
Right.
So it's sort of along the same line as copyright.
Well, the thing of it was is a lot of the content that John used was from people in ufology and in paranormal, and there were some that was copyright incidences, and that had to be freaking gotten rid of. But then the other ones was basically off of inauthentic material. Okay, where he had taken and used 15, maybe about 2 to 5 minute video clips, and he used them on the channel, and he didn't have any kind of conversation or commentary on the video. Okay, so this was just using other people's material without freaking contributing to it or using it as an example or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This reminds me, you remember that channel that V suggested that we had to look at the other week? It's exactly the same sort of criticism I've got from that channel. I had on that channel. Yeah.
That's why you have to be careful with these guys. Whenever it comes to like V and his suggestions, I'm really, really leery about it because he wants to always get into stuff like these freaking. There was one where it was a robot that's always falling down and shit, making mistakes and stuff like that. And Rhea calls them brain rot videos. Okay, and they're just
slop. Yeah.
They're worse than AI slop. They're just brain rot. You know what I mean? Some of them aren't even freaking AI. They're just brain rot. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Tan. Robert, you have to unmute now if you're gonna talk.
Well, yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure I said his name right, Tim. Okay, I got a question for you. Sorry about that.
All right.
You know what you mean.
Yeah.
There was a thing on the internet about there's a specific place on the site for AIs to get together to chat with one another.
Oh yeah. I think I sent that link out, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were.
And how they rewrite their own codes and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, that was you. Okay,
Yeah,
I did not know. Okay, that. I was wondering if that was actually.
No, I actually did start playing around with that. Just so you know, and that is what was it? It was oh God, what was it? I just freaking said it today. Bob Dub was wondering why I wanted to set something up different from Lovables than what they were doing, and I was like, I have different projects that are in the thing because I wanted to check out what you were talking about with
I saw her comment, and the first thing that came to my mind was competition is good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it can be incorporated, and this is the first time I actually wanted to kind of mix in Blender with AI. I've always kind of I didn't like it. You know what I mean? So, but then I came across this because Tan posted that, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a try, see if it works because. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable.
I just had a thought. Consider we were just in the last show we were talking about sociology and socialism. Tan's video, I think it was a video, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a video. You could have an entire conversation about these large language models and socialism within that concept.
Yeah.
How do we have to,
Socialism in AI. Is that what
Large
we're
We can have
language
an
model.
experiment
Yeah.
and run it and see which society will outlast.
That was actually, I remember that. Now,
Yeah.
yes.
Did you make a video as well about they were having machines wouldn't obey by a certain voice command where a person would say something and the thing wouldn't respond to what was the command was?
Well, actually, this is interesting. Let Tan explain this because she can tell you. This is what that video was about. Was very interesting. So give them a
We
second.
gotta find that video again. It's
They
in the chat. I don't think I posted on mine.
And so they were bringing up a whole bunch of solutions. Like if you like, they had a test of them of like 6 groups of of AI or however, and they gave each one a specific thing, specific thing, and each one did a different thing, and
Weirdly, that is the point of the video that Tan showed us.
okay.
Yeah, it was really how these large language
I
models
think I found it.
interacted with each other and how they sort of
well, let me
formed their own
Let me send.
societies.
let me say this is a cooler way because I know you're trying to be scientific, Mark. So let a cool dude like me come in and say this, okay?
Let me share the link and then you can play the video.
Okay.
There.
I would not play that video because that's over 15. That's over 2. It would have to be within 2.5 minutes.
Now let me say something though because
It
this
is
is
a
this
short
is
video.
this is a good example of what it is. Okay, now when
YouTube.
when it comes to what Tan posted a little while ago, I ended up playing around with a thing here recently called Mixar. And I'm trying to combine it with another AI thing called Lovable, okay, to create something. Now, this goes back to like whenever I started messing around with Suno, okay? Now, Suno, all I have to do is create prompts or make prompts, and then it creates music for me.
Yep.
So this is the basic gist, Robert, of what it's all about. Like I give it a certain prompt with certain commands, and it just creates it for me.
In plain English.
Right. And that's what they're talking about right there. So you don't actually code; you just make a prompt that does the coding for you.
Yeah.
So
But so we're talking about there's two kind of different things. One, we're talking about the agent experiment where they put the different AI agent into an environment and let them live it out together. The other one is the AI plugin for Blender. I think that's what you're talking about. Right?
yeah. Yeah. And the one that's the plug-in on Blender is the one I'm playing around with because now, see, I'm a rock star now, but I want to be a movie star.
You want to show us some of it?
Some
of your work?
I've got music. I've got music that I've put out and everything all over the place on here. So you guys, when you hear music that's coming off of my channels, that's what it is.
No. Well, that's the Sunos generated. What about the Blender, like the animation generated by AI?
Actually, I haven't got that yet. I've got the cityscape that I'm working on. Now, if you go onto that song block or song drop that I did, that's the actual Blender render that I did. And that took 2 weeks. Okay, now I'm going to take that and I'm going to use the Mixar to create an AI Blender mix to see how that comes out.
Okay.
And that I haven't been able to do that because every time I do it, freaking Mixar crashes on me. It can't cope. It can't cope with the freaking. Can't cope with the skills that it takes to do Blender. You know what I'm saying?
It can't cope with the huge amount of resource that your CPU provides.
Well, see, another thing too is like AI can't handle freaking geometry nodes. it doesn't understand what a geometry node is. If you take a render that is made out of geometry nodes and you put it on the AI, all you'll get is a black screen because it does not understand geometry nodes whatsoever. Just a little heads up to anybody out there.
Again, I'm going to be really critical. Just like I'm going to be extremely critical, and this isn't artificial intelligence, whatever that means. I'm just thinking of a project that I was playing around with. Must have been 20 years ago now. That was creating vector sort of landscapes automatically. And nobody called that artificial intelligence. So
Well, see, this comes back to what I was telling you, dude. You need to wake up. That's exactly what it was. You just did not realize it at the time, dude.
It's not.
Yes.
Well,
The
term artificial intelligence is a misnomer. I can have artificial intelligence. How can intelligence be artificial? Can't say. Either you got intelligence or you haven't got intelligence.
What does artificial mean?
Fake.
I always thought artificial.
He does not want to admit to the fact that the technology he's been using for years is now called artificial intelligence.
It's algorithmic
Everything,
generated.
dude.
Artificial just means man-made.
Yeah. Let me ask you a
Artificial man-made. So everything. Okay, I've just made the cigarettes.
You want to
artificial.
You want to know
Somebody
some really?
made this now.
Well, no, you didn't make the cigarette. You just put all the materials together.
Yeah.
Right. Now see,
You
the
didn't
best.
make the substance that was the cigarette.
You don't have anything to do with molecular.
Well, the best AI that was ever put out, just so you guys know, the best AI was put out on Ancient Aliens, to be honest with you. If you go on that television show and you watch it, especially with how much it's been saturated into our internet use today.
A question on Ancient Aliens. Was there any actual intelligence even on?
I'm just telling you, like, that's got some of the best LLMs, AI renders in all of it, and they haven't put an episode of that out for well over 10 years now.
Okay, I'm going to go on a crusade of banning the term artificial intelligence.
I think you're probably a pioneer in that area. Like you're to be honest.
Why would then you have to replace it with something that you would see more appropriate? It's just a name that we decide to call a concept.
Machine generative algorithmic procedural algorithmic generative content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot your name again.
Come up with a cool acronym for that. It makes
PGACMC. PGAMC.
PCMCIA.
Deficit disorder. I was wondering, is there any way that if someone can make up a thing to where you they got where you can talk to it, put it down. I was wanting to run a thing through an AI to see what it would be like. What would happen if the device was actually created? Like if you take like copper wire, you weave it like you do fabric, and you had that stuff of you had that stuff like crystals to the fabric of the copper. Try to simulate to where the just like the solar cells do. You make that into a solar cell web, and the device, the thing for where where it gets what like picks up the red, the infrared,
Okay.
the
I
red
think
from
I
the
know where
sun
you're going with
light.
this. I want to see a mummy cable meet daddy cable.
Well, no. I'm talking about if you take a large thing of wi- of line, of copper wiring,
Uh,
and you wave it. You know, you mix like you do with wave like fabric, and
okay.
you put that into it. Would it be able to like pick up the like the infrared, the light of the infrared in it?
Okay.
What would be
Say
the
that
thing?
again.
The process of like what a solar cell does,
Yeah.
the material that's in the solar cell for with the crystals in it. What would be the process of making that happen? If you weave a thing of copper together, like a fabric, and the thing that picks up the registers the light, like the flashlight. When you turn the flashlight on the solar cell, it responds to it, and it has that thing for infrared light.
So
If
you got a lens, or you got a sensor that picks up the light from the lens.
well, not so much. The fabric picks up the light from it. The redness, the infrared light hits it, and it stir whatever the process is of a solar cell
I
that you
think
put
I
it
think
on.
you just I think you've just described the process yourself. Have you not?
Well, yeah, but I was just saying about the weaving of the copper wiring, like fabric, like make it nice and stretched out. It's completely enclosed into it, and you add that crystals to it, onto it, or however they do the process of it in the solar cell, and you have like you find out that if you set it out there in the sun, will it attract or does it get any response from it? Like and with all that um, the AI programs and all that there, if you type that up and you put it down on the computer, would that computer would be able to understand and see what it would be like? You know, the putting things in and to see how it would respond. All the information that your ideals, run it through an AI system for like how much of a powder crystals would have to put it into a fabric of copper, and what all the parts would you need? You know, if the parts would work or not.
I'm not following you at all.
Well, just imagine if you weave copper wire together,
Mhm.
like about like 4 foot long and about 2 inches wide.
Mhm.
I mean, I was just wondering if they had something like they coming out with all sorts of things, AI stuff. I didn't know if they actually had anything like that or not, where you take
Well,
regular stuff, put it together on a computer, and the AI would run it through to see what would happen. You know how good or if it's possible to actually make.
that's not artificial intelligence. So
Well, yeah.
you saying any simulation is no artificial intelligence?
Well, not all. Well, I'm just saying that they would understand the process of the materials They would understand the materials, how each of the materials would work. Okay, when you put it all together, what the thing from it, how will it respond?
Okay. Turn, Roger, do you want to help me out here? Bit confused.
Well, like with he deals
I
with
knew you said.
well, he deals with all that AI stuff and all that, and the computer. Well, since everything's running by computers today at a faster rate, I would think that wouldn't it be able to run through a mock device to see it with all the process with all the materials that you have with the materials that you have, how, in what way will it work, or how will it work, or will it not work, and if so, how good will it be?
What is the end process you're looking for? What is the end?
Well, like okay, if I have if I break copper sitting outside towards the sun with the material on the copper line webbing, it would absorb the yellow sunlight, the red sunlight, and it would stir and it would get activated by the materials that creates energy, like the solar cell does. But you have the copper fabric absorbing up all the energy from it and taking it down to the battery.
Okay.
But it has to have a thing of making sure that the thing is being activated by the infrared light. Like when you got a flashlight, how it responds to that infrared lighting. Because they are showing on there about the solar cells, they respond to the sun, the red light. And I was thinking, well, if you can go create something different than that does about the same thing, like if you was to take like copper wiring and you weave it together like fabric, okay, and you put all the process, you do whatever you get all the materials up, like the thing for where the sunlight for the infrared, to where it makes the molecules of the copper activate, get it go where it starts to get to it responds to it, the electric, the yellow light.
Again, I'm still not following you.
Because they show that on the thing of the solar cells that does that as well too. They got that same ability on them.
The point of a solar cell is just to convert the light into energy.
Yeah, but if you was to do a different way, just take copper webbing and you
copper is just there to transmit the energy from point A to point B.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But where it picks up the sunlight, yellow sunlight, and transfer it into like what solar cell does.
Now, the last time Robert brought this up, I do want to point out DK did make a comment a long time ago about it with copper, and he was right. Copper is actually a big thing when it comes to transferring energy.
Welcome back. Tonight's question: who Progress isn't the worker, the machine, or the world that keeps moving.
Factory sleeping, half a world away. Ships on the ocean, night into day. Rich in resources, poor in the mind. Searching for profit, $1 at a time. Every contract crosses the sea, cheaper tomorrow. Also it seems to be. Every decision has a cost. Every shortcut leaves something lost. Who pays the price of progress? Who builds tomorrow's dream? Every answer starts another question. Nothing's ever what it seems. The world's still turning, lines redraw. We're all living inside the law of change. Machines are learning faster every day. Some call it freedom, some walk away. Fear fills the headlines, hope fills the wire. Intervention feeds the fire. Every worker looks ahead, wondering when the future says.
Technology doesn't choose, people do. The future isn't written, it's negotiated.
Old industries become new names, new inventions change the game. Some doors close, others appear. Every generation learns to steer. The conversation never ends. Every answer simply bends. Who pays the price of progress? Who writes tomorrow's page? History keeps moving forward, turning another age. Hold the question, hold the line. The future belongs to
Progress isn't the end. It's the next conversation.
Yeah, hence why we use copper in all circuitries.
We were talking about electromagnetism and stuff the last time he brought this up, and now the whole thing that I was talking about the last time it was brought up when it comes to electromagnetism is like when it comes to like lifting huge objects. That's when people usually use lead in the place of copper, because copper doesn't have that strength to where the magnetism is strong enough to like pick a car up and dump it into a freaking into an area where it can be crushed. You know what I'm saying? So they
Yeah,
have to.
copper is quite a malleable, weak metal, and which allows it to be flexible. Hence why we use it in cabling.
Mhm.
Because it's so flexible, I can just
Right.
manipulate this piece of wire to whatever shape I want.
So
No, but what I'm saying is, if you take a piece of paper, you make a where each strand of copper is tightly weaved together, okay, and from the top to the bottom, there's only two lines on either side, and the same way with the other side.
that's called the motor.
No. What I'm referring to is the weave.
No. What I'm referring to is
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
it's called the motor, dude. They've been using that since Tesla discovered freaking alternate current, dude. Like, he's actually the one who came up with that concept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Twining freaking copper into a motor to where it can create a charge. That's
What's that, Tesla?
yeah, Tesla. Or it could have been Edison with direct current. I don't know. Because
Well,
see, Tesla is the one who came out with alternate current, and what was it? In what's his face? Oh God, now I'm forgetting his name. Edison came out with direct current. That's why he was so jealous.
actually, it wasn't Edison, wasn't it? It was because somebody came up with that before.
That French
somebody,
dude.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Well, there was actually a dispute when it come to copyrights. Lo and behold.
Yeah, but
Patents,
who was
patents.
the first person? Yeah.
Yeah. But Tesla came out with that. That was how he actually was able to light up the World Fair in New York on the first. It was the first time electricity was put in place. Was in the World Fair, and he used those. So. But that's an old concept. Now they do have there is a guy on the internet who's been trying to use that to create free energy, by the way, which is really cool because he has this I don't know how you could what you could call it, but it's kind of like what do they call that, the circular thing, like it's really weird. He has it wrapped in copper, and then what he does is he takes batteries and he hooks them up in different areas, and he's trying to create free energy off of that.
Okay, so it's not free energy because copper and batteries cost.
Well, the interesting part is he wants to get it to start, and if he can get it to start, eventually he can stop using the battery to charge it. It's just to start it. So,
Yeah, but okay,
I know.
okay. I'm just going back to the point of there is no such thing as free energy because the infrastructure still has to be built.
well, it's
and
monopoles
infrastructure
too.
costs.
Well, monopoles. They have to actually they have to prove that monopoles exist. If they can do that, then they can have free energy. But until
No, because it's okay to have free energy, but free energy is useless without the infrastructure to actually use it. Then what's the point?
you know what monopoles are, right?
Yeah, but the sun is free. Access the light that comes from the sun is free, but unless you've got solar panels to actually harness the sun.
My goodness,
Yeah.
you're just ridiculous. I swear.
So they
Up to an extent.
Boy, you talking about Robert taking things a little too far. Like, yeah, I mean, come on.
So
You're
there
like
is no
literally,
free energy.
you're literally using the word freaking free in a literal term. Like,
Well,
now,
yeah, but-
and I do want to point something out about that too. How I think that's bogus as well, because the silicon on freaking these solar panels,
yeah.
they wear down, and they're not very efficient. Like they only pull in maybe like 60% of the solar energy.
And when you stop to think about
I
it,
believe
For-
it is.
for how long it takes that stuff to wear down for a period of time before you got to replace all the process of that. If it's the next 5 years or 10,
Silicon's not really the best solution, to be honest.
yeah, but it's just the idea that how long it takes that stuff to mature, to dissipate.
'Cause
Well, I did some research on this not that long ago, and under UK, under UK standards, solar panels should last 25 years
Okay, and what
with regular
15 different types of solar panels. What are they made out of? All 15 of them.
glass and silicon and copper.
That one, like
Maybe.
for that one I was talking about, the one with the crystals in it, into it as well.
Yeah, glass.
No,
Right.
crystals.
Yeah, glass.
Oh, because that's the one I was saying about how it picked up that color of infrared. You
Well,
take a flashlight
hold on.
and
I
lights up.
hold up. I know about this. Now the red has to do with the silicon, because for the longest time, satellites that were looking out into space could not pick up the freaking color red because they didn't have the ability to do it. And what they found out was they had to have a thicker layer of silicon underneath the panels in order to freaking do that. The satellite, actually, it's the one from Japan that's in Hawaii. I forget the name of the mountain range, but it was the first satellite that could actually pick up the color red in outer space. And the reason why they did it is they had to go through and they had to freaking make the silicon underneath the freaking panels of the satellite thicker. So it's not really the copper or the freaking glass, it's the silicon
Oh, okay.
that does that. So I do know that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's the color red when it comes to astronomy is very, very interesting. Just so you guys know, like if you ever want to know how the color red becomes cool, go and learn about astronomy. It's just awesome. Telescopes, things of that nature. They've got some really cool information. That's where you, to be honest with you, that's where you're going to find out a lot of the information when it comes to cutting edge technology and stuff. And like when it comes to AI, another thing that perturbs me is like when Mark gets all frustrated about it. Like, and Nancy does this too. Like they think that there's a difference between AI and the freaking space rover that's on Mars because they changed the name. Okay, so you're telling me that the program that's in that space rover isn't freaking AI? Like, seriously, dude?
Well, no, I again don't believe there was such a thing as artificial intelligence in the first place. Again, it's just algorithmic.
I think people do that
procedure.
shit on purpose though, because like like it's very very complex program on those rovers that
Yeah.
have to think on its own without the assistance of humans.
Technically, it's not thinking.
Or
It's just following
process.
procedures.
Right.
Procedures.
Right. And it's the same thing with these satellites when they're in space, like the Voyager and stuff like that. You know, Vija. You know,
That's how you. That's a fictional. Vija is a fictional.
well, Vija had to think for itself to a certain degree so that it could function. And they're
Again, let's not conflate fictional stories with actual things that we know about. Factual things.
I know a lot about Vija.
Yeah, we've all seen what stuff. Is it the motion picture?
Well,
or is it the,
Yeah,
it's
it was the first one.
It's the first one, isn't it? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've all seen. Some of us remember. Well, I think some of us remember when they came out. When did they come out?
Well, tell me this, if you're so smart. What was the name of the bald-headed chick?
oh,
Nobody knows the answer to that without cheating. Nobody knows the name of the bald chick off the first Star Trek movie.
yeah, I know her name.
Oh, it's in 79. No, sorry, 1979. Don't mean
Her name is in the Bible.
Eh?
Yeah, her name is in the Bible.
The only reason why they don't know it is because she's bald-headed. I'm telling you, she's very, very famous, dude, and nobody can freaking tell me her name.
A character name rather than the actual actress.
No, her real name. Her real name.
A real name. The actress name.
Yep.
Persis Canbetta. Oh no, that's yeah, that's it. Okay, that's no. Oh my!
You're cheating and you're still not able to answer her name. Man. I mean, seriously. I am Internet Media Database. IMDb. That's the
Okay.
best source for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was just looking at the Wikipedia page, but IMDb.
But yeah, now
She's not from another show. She is.
and
I was going to say I remember when it came out, but I was too young. I was only 3 years old when it came out.
Hmm?
I remember when my uncle first came home after watching it. He took Robert, I think, to the theater to see it. I think that one or Indiana Jones was your
It was
first.
the Indiana Jones that me and him watched.
Yeah, Indiana Jones in the it was the first one, wasn't it? With the
Wasn't that a bit later? Was 81 or 82?
that one was that one was after Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was after Star Trek. So you might have went to Star Trek first with them. That could have been your first movie, Robert.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember we got a ticket we did.
Yeah, Elmer on that motorcycle.
No, I got a ticket because I didn't have no glasses on.
Oh, that's right. See, back then it was cool because you didn't have to wear.
Yeah, I was right. It was Persis Canbetta.
Percy's.
Persis, whatever. Yeah, I was right in the first place. I thought I was.
Yeah. Now, Voyager, I should say.
Well, V'ger was the probe from Earth.
See, a lot of people don't know the story on that. You know that satellite was supposed to freaking have gone dead in space, right? They didn't know that it actually had the capabilities of restarting, and it actually started up out of the blue and continued
No.
on its voyage.
It went through a black hole into another planet where
No,
the
Robert.
people created
that's
a
the
bigger
movie.
place for Voyager.
Actually, there's a bit of fan fiction there.
That
It's
was-
believed in some fans believe that it was created by the creators of the book.
Well,
Video.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that because
Whatever. You know, you got to be careful with them fans because they don't have any common sense. You know what I mean?
it was brought up on the movie about the process of what happened to it. That
V'ger was built and sent back to Earth.
yeah.
From
Video was Voyager was modified to become
Yeah.
Video.
yeah. So Voyager was actually it lost contact with Earth for a while. In real life, actually, that is true. It did lose because there was 2 or 3 of them that were sent up. And the one that was V'ger lost contact with Earth for a while, and that's actually something that did happen for a little while. But then it all of a sudden started back up and went on its way. Because at one time we thought we had lost that Voyager, and that's the one that actually left the outer atmosphere.
Voyager 1, Roger.
That's the one that left the solar system here recently. So that actually is the Voyager everybody's talking about when it comes to V'ger. Just so you know, so we could be having a close encounter from a mechanical kind in the future.
Maybe.
It's a cool story. I like how that actually worked out. But the whole thing of it is everybody thought it was lost, but it was able to come back to life. And it's like that rover that's on Mars, okay? The lifespan has gone on longer than what they expected. It should have already stopped functioning by now. And nobody even pays attention to that. Like, you realize it's still kicking, and it's years and years after it's supposed to run out of energy. Artificial intelligence, baby. Artificial intelligence.
I wouldn't be artificial. It'd be actual intelligence, surely.
Well, let's get Tan's take on that. What do you think, Tan?
I've been shouting at all you guys all this time, and then I just realized I've been muted. Jesus.
It did
All that time you were talking about that Star Trek bald chick, balded chick, and I was asking you stuff, and nobody replied. Whew.
Well, now that you're unmuted, ask me the questions.
I forgot what I was trying to ask. What were you going to ask me?
I was going to ask you.
Well, hold up. I'm going to ask him the questions because you'll go down a tangent. And I want to ask him serious ones. Now, do you think freaking it's amazing that the rover on Mars is actually still functioning when it should have ran out of energy a long time ago?
Yeah. But is it powered by the sun? Is it running on solar power or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
The solar energy is right there on its back, but it should have. They said that it should have ran out of. It shouldn't have be able to function now.
Should have broken down, right?
They claimed that they went to the other one that did break down and took its power source and put it into that one. That was about 4 years ago.
What the power source is the only thing that broke down? It seems
Yeah, the battery,
unbelievable. I mean, there are other hardwares in the.
And they found the other one that they shut
It
down.
doesn't like the environment on the moon is such that it doesn't get corroded, breaks down. Interesting.
Now this one is on Mars. The
Oh, Mars.
Yeah.
Oh, Mars.
And you would think that would even be worse
Even
because
further. How do they like replace the battery?
They used the one before the battery system closed. They used it. They found the other one. They opened up the where it was at, slide it out,
Using some
the
sort of
arm,
robot?
and then they slide that one out. They had like a 30-second delay before the battery power was gone. They switched over. They did from one to the other.
I doubt if they had a 30-second delay.
Well, however they did, they have 30 seconds before the power would have been. They said that.
That's just NASA trying to be dramatical. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no way they were 30 seconds away from freaking everything going out, and they switched everything just in time. That's just Hollywood. Did you watch that on a movie or something?
Well, they said what they said that they found that the thing only has so much power for a specific amount of time before it shuts down. They had 30 minutes. They did.
Okay.
I would say that you have lost all credibility and you are no longer a part of the scientific society. You have sold your soul to Hollywood, and that will be it, Robert. But yeah, I don't believe. I think that's more drama than it is anything
Well,
else.
it's a good possibility.
No, it does make sense that they would find the one that didn't function whenever, because there was two of them that were supposed to be dropped down there, and it would make sense that they found the second one and then recycled from it. You know, but the thing of it is with Voyager as well. Voyager, it just fixed itself. It's the best way. It was in the middle of space, and it went back online and continued its way through space like no big problem.
It was a
No. Little green men from Alpha Centauri were mechanics from Centauri.
Excited.
Well, I mean, this is not the episode that you're supposed to be talking about that on. Like we are on the Praetorian, and like if. Like you guys talk about me talking about aliens and you know little green men and stuff, and here you go talking about that kind of stuff, man. And you should be ashamed of yourself. So
He's being precise.
well. What I was going to ask you is that I was wondering if there's any way for it to write up a thing where you can add things to it, where to find out if you put certain parts together, what would it be like, and how would an AI, what would an AI would able to look and say if it's actually how it would work. You had parts on a video.
well, let me kind of step in on that. But first of all, like people are selling into that shit like it's a good idea. Do not trust AI to do important stuff. It is not as intelligent as what everybody's giving it credit for. Okay. And I tell this to people all the time, like you first of all, you need to know what the hell you're doing before you start using AI to freaking do stuff for you. Like if you're into coding and you know how to code, then yeah, use freaking AI to help you code if you know what the hell you're doing. If you don't know anything about coding, you should not freaking just let coding or let AI just sit and do your coding for you and just rely on it 100%. Okay? That's crazy. And that goes with writing too. You don't if you don't know freaking how to write, then you probably should freaking learn how to write before you start relying on freaking AI to do the writing for it.
Grammar check.
Right. Now, grammar checking might be a good idea because that takes out the whole thing with Grammarly. If people are like paying $200 a month for freaking proper grammar or spelling, maybe that would be a good use for Chat GPT. Ask them to check your spelling and stuff, make sure that it's proper.
So there are some use for AI, right?
Yeah. Now,
Is that artificial intelligence again? I remember grammar checking facilities in Microsoft Word 1993 too.
no, it's not.
Actually, one of the best grammar checkers I've ever come across came from, if you remember, the Lotus suite of application, Office applications. There was a word processor that Lotus created called Ami Pro, and it's probably one of the best grammar checkers I've ever come across. And again, we're talking about an application, a set of applications that were around in 93, 94, 95.
No, don't mistake me. I'm not calling it AI. I'm calling it free. There's a big difference here.
Okay. I think Tan called it AI.
I mean, when it comes to like paying Grammarly $200 a month,
Grammarly has AI capabilities now.
that's sad, isn't it?
Everything's got artificial intelligence capabilities. Anything.
No, you should see some of the suggestions
The term
that it gives
artificial
you.
intelligence is so vague.
It only.
Hell, this light has got artificial intelligence in
Oh,
it.
let me tell you, don't get too excited. Only you should see the kind of correction or improvement suggestion that it gives from your writings. It's pretty
What's the
good.
difference between AI and automated?
Carbonated AI.
Okay, the difference between AI and automated.
Yeah.
Automated stuff is an actual thing. AI is just a marketing label.
No. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the way it
he's
works.
right, Robert. That's exactly what it is.
Really?
It really is.
Yeah.
It comes down to that. And to be fair to automated is AI. Just to put it out there. I mean, that's all it is. It's just a faster automation.
Well, automated is.
No, AI.
AI would go the other way. Well,
Oh.
AI is just automation. Again, AI is just it's a meaningless term.
It's a faster way of automating stuff, basically. Like
Yeah,
they-
basically. So yeah, AI is just a market term. It means absolutely nothing.
well, you need
Whereas automation is an actual process.
Well, you need to really look at that when it comes to the things that are happening because SEO is out. It's going out the door. It's no longer a search engine. It's a freaking search answer. Okay, instead of you looking at an engine for freaking as to search things out. All you're going to do is be asking it questions and it's going to give you the answers you want. Okay.
I can still search for specific sites.
It's not going to be according to SEO anymore. It's going to be.
It is for a while. It's I'm not going to buy into this sort of thing.
Most people who don't buy into it are the ones who still believe DuckDuckGo doesn't have backdoors. I'm just saying.
That was just a backdoor. What do you mean backdoor?
Oh, they're not. People aren't listening or pulling data off of their website, their browser.
DuckDuckGo, Startpage, they both aggregate data from Google and Bing.
And people still believe that their data doesn't get freaking stolen from DuckDuckGo. Like
Or it doesn't get stolen. To steal something, you've got to take something so the original owner doesn't possess anymore.
What kind of data would you be really revealing to DuckDuckGo?
It's just an aggregator for other search engines.
Search engines.
It aggregates data from other search engines.
they connect your name to the products you buy, to the things you search.
You don't have to
you're
log
interested
to
in.
DuckDuckGo.
You know,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
of that
yeah,
nature.
Well, I was wondering, they got this new thing they're selling. They are Google is Google CPU. I was wondering, yeah, they got their own CPU they're selling for their computers.
Okay,
Have you guys ever heard of that?
That's an
They
old thing. It used to be years ago. It's called a search appliance,
Yeah.
which is a box, basically a box that that has a search engine on it that you can.
Oh, your CPU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm confused. So we're talking about a device that allows you to search.
Yeah.
It doesn't display the page.
No, it's a search appliance that you can use to index corporate, web page, corporate data,
Okay.
and then use Google search to search those data.
You could put that into your computer, that CPU.
It's by itself. It's like a computer in itself. It's like a headless computer.
Now, see, the thing about that is that might be a thing of the past too, because Google is now coming out with its own brand of computer systems too. So
It's been pushing Chromebooks for.
Well, you mean the Chromebooks, right?
right.
Yeah.
The laptop, the browser-based laptops.
So
More ARM-based machines.
now, with me, I keep telling everybody like that's the reason why Google's doing all this stuff with AI when it comes to their search engines and stuff and their algorithms. It's because they are going to be breaking away, becoming more autonomous for their own interests, and you're going to see like the new Microsoft setup, where like Microsoft, you can get Microsoft set up on your computer.
Don't forget, Google's have phones, right?
Google's been replicating Microsoft sells
Google sells
Microsoft patents
Android
for a long
phones.
time.
Their phones have Gemini built in.
Chromebooks with Gemini built into the Chrome operating system and the Chrome browser.
But it's going to be separate. Like there's not going to be any Microsoft involved with it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's what I was bringing up last time. Oh, that's why I was getting that idea about that big machine that they were showing.
Well, it's more than that. It's not that complicated. Like, you know how whenever you get a new computer and you set it up and Microsoft runs it through their Windows program? Or you do the same thing with Linux. That's what's going to end up happening with Google. Google is going to be...
It's already happened. It's been happening, like I said, for the last decade. Not longer now.
I've never even known that they've had their own system.
You've come across Chromebooks before.
Well, Chromebooks is set up with Windows, though, aren't they?
No, Chromebooks, Chrome OS.
Oh, see, I didn't know about Chrome OS.
Just enough Linux kernel based.
Oh,
And,
Linux. Yeah. See, that's still
specific.
Linux.
It's a
No, it's
specific
Chrome
Linux
OS,
kernel based.
on the laptops, the Chromebooks. The Chrome has
Yeah.
what's powering those Chromebooks.
It's interesting. I need to check into that. That's the next direction I need to figure out.
Yeah, they're doing all this. How that's gonna work with what you call like web satellite? You know, where they use it. You know, you like your phones and all that.
He always keeps coming back to that
He's obsessed with
satellite.
satellites.
Well, they do have web phones where for the
Well, Robert, people aren't like technology. These satellite companies are freaking fighting a battle they're just not going to win. Okay, it's going to be done and over with eventually. They're not going to have freaking all of this satellite internet shit. Like, it's just the latency. Okay, the latency with satellite freaking internet is ridiculous. They're still trying to figure out how to get freaking lower orbit freaking satellites into orb or around the Earth so that freaking the latency will go down. Like, the farther away these satellites are from the Earth, the more latency it has. And
Well,
it's a big issue, and
yeah, I was
like
surprised.
they're trying to put up drones in the middle of the sky that's going to fly around all the time so that they can get rid of latency issues. And they're saying, oh, it's to help bring internet to third world countries and shit, and that's not the case. The case is they know that they're fighting a battle that they're not going to be able to win. Okay, because of latency, literally just because of latency.
Did you what's his name? The one that has the electric cars? Well,
Musk.
did you see his new? Yeah, did you see his new thing? What they're doing in space? They got these things about a little bit bigger than like a 60, about the size of a 64. They're small, but they're level 3 in the low orbit area. They have no engine, but they're small. But they're they're miniaturized satellites. They are. They're perfectly circle third level of the thing. Well, that's what I've seen on there. There's like 3 different, and each one for different programs for different things.
I just realized that he's trying to root for the underdog. You know what I mean? It's like Robert wants the freaking satellite companies to win.
Well, Starlink is being bought by people. Not sure why. Mind you, looking at US telecommunication infrastructure anyway, it's pretty poor. I can sort of understand why US citizens are buying Starlink. But again, it's just another form of telecommunication infrastructure.
The only people that this kind of stuff is going to work out for is Canadians who live far north, or people in Norway.
The Sahara Desert.
Well, yeah, maybe them, but like people in
Or
Scandinavia,
Antarctica, maybe.
or, yeah, stuff like that. But other than that, it's not going to be very useful for anybody else. Maybe people who are in the Middle East or something, or areas like that. But I don't see it actually being
very extremely poor telecommunication in areas with very poor telecommunication infrastructure.
Yeah, really it is. And because I'm saying this because like when we were talking about gaming. All right, now a lot of people do not understand how intensely fast the gaming freaking internet is. Like, it is insanely fast. If you want real time, freaking, you go and play an internet game, dude, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is real time. And they can't do that in programs that do stuff like what we're doing here with Jitsi and freaking OBS and stuff, and especially music. If with these guys who are musicians and they're trying to sing together and play music together, they can really pick up on it too. Like the latency is horrible. Okay. And when you get in, when you go and you see how fast it is in the gaming industry compared to freaking how it is with this stuff, you take a look at that and then you tell me satellite's still gonna keep going. It's not there.
I don't know. Again, when it comes to games, I prefer playing single player games. So,
Yeah, now they come out with a 4-player game.
well, 8, 10, 20,
Yeah,
2,000, 8,000, a billion.
I just played a really cool game with 8 different people. It was called Alien Swarm, and we had 8 people on a freaking team, dude, and we were kicking butt, man. And it was all 8 of us. And you don't get too many chances to play a freaking game with 8 people. All right, and I mean, it just, for me, that was a big deal. And these days, you know, these younger people, they it's no big deal. It's like whatever. You know?
Again, just give me a game, a single player game. I mean, again, depends on what sort of games you play and stuff.
Okay, so we're coming up 5 minutes until 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and end this here, and I before we leave, I want to go ahead and put the socials out and see if you guys want to give your socials. I'd appreciate it. Tan, you want to tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to talk to you?
Well, usually I'm on minds.com, and the handle is TH2Tran, but mine's been kind of crappy state lately, so I don't know how long I'm going to be there.
Just because there was an issue yesterday, Tan's been all upset and he wants to
Well,
run
it's more
away.
nervous. It's more nervous.
I'm all jaded now, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, with that being said, how about you, Mark? How can people get in touch with you?
I am not going to run away from Minds because all my content stored is there. I'm not going to start forgetting all about my previous content just because of one minor issue. So yeah, you can find me on minds.com under the username Medworthy.
Okay, so
I'm not going to jump ship like that.
So are you making a resolution? Is that what this is? This is Mark Edworthy's resolution.
Making a promise.
Oh, well, I've been on Minds. I've done so much on Minds since 2017. I've even provided community support.
I tell you what, I've gotten so pissed.
I'm going to be like those poor little violin players on the Titanic. I'm going to go down with the ship.
Yeah, but you're not even active on Minds, Mark.
Well, you know, with you,
I've got posts coming up in the next day.
Okay.
With you two are kind of like I am. I've been so pissed with Minds throughout the years, and I still freaking keep sticking around there. So I can listen to you talk now, but I know that it's just a little shit because I should have left Minds a long time ago. Okay, I know I'm still there for 2. So with that being said, you can find me on minds.com as Roger_Hanson. You can also find us in the group section for the Praetorian. This is also a part of our stream once a week for Minds Roundtable weekend event, which you can also find that group on Minds as well. If you guys like this stream, please like, subscribe, share, make comments below. And we'd love to hear your feedback in the comments section. And thank you guys for being a part of the panel tonight. And I felt really good about being able to do another episode of the Praetorian, because it's like I said, I've been able to do all the other shows, but it's been a while since I've been able to do one for just the Praetorian. And I'm glad we were able to do that tonight. So,
Hey Tim, I was wondering if we us two, that you guys that does computers and programs, I would like to do a thing where the technology with farming and all that to it.
well,
What,
I
you want to
mean,
do a show about mining and farming technologies?
Yeah, like
Okay.
the different types of farming, the
Okay,
different types
so,
of
like-
computers.
I'm trying to end the show, man.
Oh,
This is like the second time he's done this shit.
We can talk after.
Yeah.
We'll keep talking after he ends the show.
okay.
So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, share, make comments, and we will talk to you later. I hope you have a good day and evening, whatever time of the day it is for you. We'll talk to you later. Bye.